Hey everyone. I feel like I just had a revelation, and I just want to share it with you guys, because it's pretty in depth, and I don't know, I just feel it rolling in my spirit, so I want to share it while it's all fresh, okay? Now, this is referring to John 8, so let's go to John 8. And when we look at the prophetic implications of John 8 with the woman caught in adultery, okay? Now, John 8 talks about how Jesus went to the Mount of Olives, and at the break of day, I don't have any of the text with me, but then at the break of day, and there's a mention of the break of day. We know the break of day is when Christ comes. So basically, prophetically speaking, there's another dimension to John 8. We know from Zechariah that the first time Christ touches down on earth will be on the Mount of Olives, right? Okay, and that will be at the breaking of day. So we could discern the prophetic implications of John 8, right? Okay, so that's a future prophecy of the second coming of Christ. Okay, so the woman caught in adultery will be able to see the book of Hosea come into fruition. And let's talk about adultery, okay? Adultery in the Bible isn't just a sexual act. It also means idolatry, okay? And we could probably spiritually meditate on this, and I'm sure the sexual act of adultery and the spiritual act of idolatry goes hand in hand. But literally worshiping Satan and stuff. But that's another story. So that woman who's caught in adultery, who is saved by Jesus at the break of day, so that's the second coming of Christ right after the Mount of Olives, right after the Battle of Armageddon. Okay? So thus we see the book of Hosea, because the purpose of Christ is to bring those who are not in the kingdom into the kingdom, right? That is the whole purpose of Messiah, right? That's why we have our Gospels in Greek and not in Hebrew, because the Messiah is supposed to be a light to the Gentiles, okay? So do you see where I'm getting at, the prophetic implications of this? It's really cool. All right. I've talked about this before, but this goes deeper now. Now, the scribes and Pharisees told Jesus, after this woman was caught in adultery, the laws of Moses said we should stone her. Okay. This is also a future prophetic implication as well. So this gives us insight into future Mosaic prophecy when the return of Moses finally comes. Okay, I've covered this on my channel. It says in the book of Malachi, remember the laws I gave Moses. And that's all future prophecy about Elijah and stuff. All right, give me a minute. So when we look at John 8, when the scribes and Pharisees tell Jesus, well, the laws of Moses tell us to stone this woman, okay? And so that also gives us insight into the return of Moses, right? We covered this. Remember the book of Isaiah, the prophecies of Isaiah 8. It says, the Lord spoke unto me not to have anything to do with these people. And don't call a conspiracy what they call a conspiracy. All that kind of stuff. I'll link the video in the description box. So we get insight into what Moses is going to be called to do. He's going to be called to bring back the law. Okay? To bring order. And and until Christ comes, it's going to change, I guess. I don't know. So this gives us insight into one of the greatest mysterious verses of our Bibles. I really hope people can follow along. In the book of Jude, it says, the archangel Michael contended about the body of Moses, and he's like, I'm not even gonna Like, he goes to Satan, he's like, I'm not even going to go there. What you did to the body of Moses, the Lord rebuke you. And then he talks about Sodom and Gomorrah. So, already if you're following along, we could discern when Moses returns, he is going to be called to like enforce or instill the laws likely about adultery or idolatry, which go hand in hand. And we know Moses and Elijah, the two witnesses, will eventually be killed. So maybe that mysterious verse in the book of Jude, it's kind of explicit to talk about, but maybe that's a future prophecy about the body of Moses. Because Moses and Elijah, or at least, it's still a mystery, but this stuff is going to come to fruition during the Great Tribulation, okay? So, in the Great Tribulation, man, people are going to be giving birth to monsters, okay? It's going to be hell on earth. It's going to be insane. It's going to be like the days of Noah. So, fornication, all that stuff is going to be so rampant. So we could discern that when they finally kill the two witnesses, or what they do to the body of Moses, could be, they could sexually assault the body of Moses or something really messed up. So maybe that's what the book of Jude is talking about, because if you're following along, it seems quite clear when Moses returns, he's going to be called to instill laws about adultery, about idolatry, which biblically are hand in hand, okay? So when you read the book of Hosea, think about it. It's not just talking about sex acts. It's talking about idolatry, and, they're connected somehow. So I just wanted to share that. Really amazing, guys. So all this we could discern through John 8. All right, I pray people can receive this. Really amazing, really amazing. I'll link a video in the description box below. Thanks.